Hey, this is Logan with Healing Ways, and today I'm going to do a session of body talk with Lynn. Lynn, how are you today?
Good, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So, I don't know hardly anything about body talk. Can you tell me what exactly body talk is?
Sure. Body talk is a healing modality that combines Western science, Eastern medicine, which is kind of like Chinese medicine and Ayurveda, and quantum physics to really understand the story behind the symptoms. So
Wow.
every story or every symptom, every illness, every pain, your body is just trying to communicate a message. And basically the modality helps to unravel that story. And as we unravel the story, often the symptom will shift.
Wow, so you find out maybe what's wrong, not necessarily like, are you how do I say this? Are you a part in the curing process or just the diagnosis?
So in body talk, we actually don't really diagnose anything.
Okay.
Because a diagnosis is just a label. So people often come to me and they say, I have blah, 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 blah. And to me, it doesn't really matter what the label from Western medicine is. It's more about helping to understand why this particular issue came up, whether that has to do with childhood trauma or stored emotion in an area that the body hasn't released, or an imbalance of the immune system. Like there's so many different reasons that we can have a particular issue. And then as we kind of work through what those layers are, then it's also the treatment process as well.
Whoa. That's so
which is where the quantum physics comes in. It's the observation of what needs to shift.
So what would a regular what would a standard session look like?
So I work kind of in person with people. So we'll be demonstrating that today, where you lie on a table fully clothed, and I use a little bit of muscle feedback to help me navigate a protocol chart and determine what's coming up, what the priority for healing is. But the work can also be done at a distance. I work with clients by phone and remotely, where they're not in front of me, but I'm tuning into them energetically and working with them that way.
Would I come to you if I have an issue and you would help me figure out what's the cause of it? Or would I come to you as a blank slate and you would be able to just go, hey, here's some issues you have?
Most people tend to come to me because something's going on.
Okay.
So I work a lot with people with chronic illness, a lot of illnesses that Western medicine doesn't have a whole lot of help to offer other than medications to sort of manage symptoms.
Yeah.
So like autoimmune diseases are one of the things I work a lot with, and get people a lot of shifts in terms of how they feel and their symptoms and getting their health and vitality back.
What would be the big benefit of doing body talk?
It's for many people, it totally transforms your life. I have one client I've been working with for about 3 years with probably about 3 or 4 chronic illnesses. And she's been able to completely go off one medication, reduce 2 others by about half. And she has way more energy, way less pain. So her quality of life is just tremendously improved.
So we're going to do a session here. And I can't really think of too many things that I necessarily would say like, I have this issue. Is this still going to work?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you think about how complex our bodies are and how many different processes they have to do and repair on a daily basis, we all have areas that could be tuned up a little bit. So even if you don't come in necessarily with a big laundry list of, I have all these diagnoses, it can definitely just help improve your overall health and balance you out.
All right. I don't think I really have too many other questions. Do you have anything else that you think would just be pertinent to say or
good to know? No. I mean, body talk is just amazing for everything.
Okay.
Like I use it when I think I'm getting a cold. I use it for any pain, headaches. You can use it for just about anything. Like people say, can I body talk this? And my answer is usually, why not?
All right. Well, let's get to do some body talking here. I think this is going to be great.
Yeah.
What I'm going to be doing is taking your arm like this.
Okay.
And I'm going to be just first setting up the muscle feedback that I'm going to do. So you're just going to keep your arms relaxed. You don't have to do anything. You're just going to let me move your arm. So when your arm moves easily like that, you're saying yes to whatever question I'm asking in my mind. You won't hear the question. And when your arm doesn't want to move and it's heavy like that, that's a no.
Okay.
You won't hear the questions, so a lot of the process is fairly quiet and you get to just relax.
Okay.
So I'm going to start, and you're just going to start with a couple nice, deep, relaxed breaths for me. And I'm just tuning into your energy and tuning into what wants to come up for support today. Going in, working with consciousness of your liver. So this kind of comes from more of like a Chinese medicine perspective. So consciousness of processing. So this is about helping you to process life and process your emotions more. So it's like we're giving that like a little bit of a boost.
Okay.
And from there, I'm going to do an emotional release on the liver. There's just some frustration that's accumulated in your liver. So the body, anything that we don't fully process and resolve, the body just kind of stores in an area. So there's old frustration stuck in the liver. So your liver's over here under your ribs, and just bring your attention there. Some people will feel a sensation with this technique, some people won't. So just let me know if you notice anything in that area. And like tingling, pulsing, aching, anything you notice, a whole lot. So now what I'm doing is I'm just tapping the rest of the balance in, and we tap over the head, the heart, and the gut. And we're just basically integrating this, updating your brain, having the blood pump that information and the update through the body, and then kind of integrating it through the gut as well. So we just need to actually do a rebalance for that consciousness. So what I like in this too is giving that area its job description again. Your circulation system is kind of like, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing. So we're like, here's your job description again, and reminding it what it's supposed to be doing. We're going to do a balance for your stress threshold. Particularly with the emotions of worry and grief being kind of triggers for stress. So that just means when you feel those particular emotions, it kind of triggers a little bit of the fight or flight response. Mm-hmm. So we're just increasing your ability to tolerate those emotions without as much stress. I'm going to just tap, and you just take a couple nice deep breaths for me. Again, we're just integrating what we just came up brought to the surface to see, and helping your body to make these shifts. Okay. All right, so your body says that's as far as we're gonna go. I usually do.
And what were you doing when like you put your hand here, then here, then here? What was that?
So tapping a little bit. So it's based on kind of an ancient yogic tradition of tapping. Mm-hmm. And when we tap it, it's using standing waves. So again, kind of tapping into physics and when we tap on something, it basically just brings the awareness and the energy there. So we tap over the head brain because mm-hmm. it's like kind of updating the computer, mm-hmm. so to speak, because that's basically what our brain and our head is it's more of a computer type of a brain that runs programs. Mm-hmm. So we update that, and then we basically tapping the heart is like a save button. So it's like pumping that information through your whole body so that all of the cells and all the tissues become aware of that. And then the gut brain is really about kind of integration of all of that, because that's kind of the job of the gut brain.
Hey, so that was my BodyTalk session with Lynn. Lynn, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and can you go ahead and give your full name and the name of your business?
Sure. So my name is Lynn Delmastro Thompson, and my business is Heartfire Healing. And you can find me on Healing Ways or through my website, bodytalkportland.com.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Lynn.
Yeah, thank you.